Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a 4-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Randall dropping the hammer. 3rd down and 13. They will look to throw. Montana, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it. And on deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Matthew Slater, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Joe Montana here going to the air on 1st down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. To throw is Montana. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. 14-0 the score. This is the Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Calvin Ridley, 41 yards. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history ever.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Straight ahead, it's Sermon. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. 58 yards, the distance covered on the punt return. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here come the Lions now.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Shotgun. Here's Montana. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Javon Kinlaw.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
On 3rd down, here's Sermon.
And not much here as he'll get into the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. Sheds off the tackle. So we've hit and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And there he goes again. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Jets. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful, as well as utilizing his talents. And this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will get back to at least cover this. Certainly a sigh of relief there. But his offense going to be set up deep in their own territory now. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Touchdown, Jets. Jerry Rice from a yard out. And the Jets have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it is 42-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. With his 4th touchdown of the ball game, 1 shy of his career high. And the Jets get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Montana. This is Fant on the short completion. So the completion good for just 3.
And it'll be a third and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Matthew Slater. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
At their own 13-yard line.
And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Jefferson has his first catch. He also has a first down.
Now Montana.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the try. 54 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Up the middle, here's Sermon.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Montana to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's loose again. He's inside the 20. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it up.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On second down, Montana.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
They'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll try it up the gut with Gore. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And still fighting. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep here.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Badgley on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And here comes a return. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, Montana.
He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Play fake. Now here's Montana. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. John Randall in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were.